But all right, so Zombie Grub, do we?
What?
Let's just intro the players again real quick for the sake of the mods, I guess.
Okay.
So, spotting at the top right corner of the map, getting those intros cut out really short because of that hiccup, guys. It's Samsung Galaxy Solar.
The bottom left as the blue Protoss, it's Millennium's Lilbow.
Okay, so fingers are crossed, smooth sailing for you now, guys. But as I said, to take precautions and not lag out after this, I am going to go restart my router, so the stream will be down for a small amount of time. However, let's not let that take away from the fact that this is the round of 8. Now, with best of 5s in tow, there's really good chances for every player, foreigner or not. I think a lot of the times we get to this stage in our tournaments, and we can kind of suss out in the brackets, like, this guy's got no chance, so it's going to be a 3-0 for them, this, that, the other. I do think Lilbow's got a fairly decent chance against Solar. This is being played on a North American server. Lilbow's a very aggressive player when he wants to be, so it could be very difficult for Solar if he's lagging even a little bit to defend something like a big all-in.
I don't know, man. I like Lilbow a lot. And he's, like, you know, definitely good. But Solar is, like, really great most of the time.
I would agree for sure, but I think one detriment coming into this is, for whatever reason, be it school or tournament or the thug life of Korea, Solar's sleep schedule's a mess. And I'm not actually making jokes here. 3. Well, yeah, definitely option 3, no, he's Solar. But that being said, like, there has been instances where he played in the Olima League just the other day, and he actually straight up fell asleep during the tournament. So I really don't know where he is on his sleep cycle right now, and as silly as that is, and how normally that would be small talk, I actually think that's a pretty big deal.
Hey, but the Olima League also went to, like, really late in Korea time.
But he told me as well he was going to bed around like 10 and 11, and right now it is 10, between 10 and 11.
Oh, yeah. That's not a messed up sleep schedule, Rifkin. That's a normal one.
It's debatable, depending on where I guess your focuses are, because this is Solar, who's been playing in things like Zotex and go for StarCrafts. He's been on the online cups for God knows how long. And I do know that school is very important to him, so it may be a case here today where we don't know where he's at. Anyways, that's a lot of nonsense that it may not even affect the match. Just making it fully aware to everybody that, like, Lilbow actually has probably the most opportune scenario today, as far as taking on somebody like Solar.
Okay. Well, we did have a scout go down for Lilbow, so he saw that there was not any gas taken, so it's pretty comfortable moving out here with the Zealot Stalker and that mothership. Maybe get a queen if he's really lucky.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty regular poke. It kind of dates all the way back to Wings of Liberty. The nice difference, I suppose, is that mothership core. Can be a big asset or a big detriment if you lose it. It's a big, expensive investment. But yeah, it doesn't lose much more than shields for the time being. And it's always a recall if this gets a little too hairy. Well, maybe not yet. That was Lilbow's story, wasn't it? This is the guy who was always 3 energy shy of a recall. Yeah,
exactly. I'm gonna say, I don't know. Well, 2 stalkers are actually what's gonna join up here, but it's okay, Ling. You go in there. You just go ahead and scout. It's no problem. You won't see anything that he wouldn't have seen just being at the front.
Well, she chooses to disengage from this. I thought with the 2 stalkers, he would at least get a little bit.
No.
Yeah, the gateway's getting scouted. That is very unfortunate. But at the same time, is it worth popping a force field? I mean, you know the Overlord's right there. He's gonna scout it, is the problem. Oh, but look at this. Please don't let him see the extra 3.
I don't know. You already see 5.
Did he see 5? I thought he saw 4. Hang on. Oh, you're right.
One in the gateway plus 4 in the bottom, right? So, I mean, there are 5 gateway pushes. It's the odder choice because you choose like 4 or 7 pretty much, but there are 5 sometimes. I just think that Solar's like, I know what you're doing.
I mean, it was not exactly the most well hidden.
No, not really. I mean, I like this, like, apparently an attempt at the fake gas here, you know, to fake out Solar's Overlord. But Solar, I mean, yeah, he's making units. He knows. He's not going to just be like, oh, it's not an all-in. Let me just go ahead and not make units. He wouldn't do that.
Well, pushing forward, Lilbow's got the pylon set up for this. He's got the force field certainly available to him, at least for the initial push. The problem is he might not be expecting all these lings from Solar to be coming from behind. He's waiting to put the force fields over here to keep the roaches away, but really he needs them on the back end. And Solar, this might not be speedlings yet, but they're very close to finishing.
Yeah. I don't know what Lilbow... Well, I do know what Lilbow can try and do, and that is use the hatchery as an additional force field and start in the hatchery. But with the links coming in from the back as well, I don't think he'll even really do that. In fact, he doesn't use it as additional force field.
I actually really like this wave of Zealots coming from behind instead of additional Stalkers, predicting that he needs something in the back and against the Zerglings. Certainly one good way to fight those back. And now there's a smaller amount of Roaches. He still has to deal with the Zerglings. That threat never goes away, but he's used a lot of force fields at this point. However, his army supply still stands strong.
Yeah, very strong. He's really actually starting to catch up to Solar in terms of army supply. I don't know if Solar can keep this base alive now that he can. There you go, using the hatchery against Solar here. There's no way the links from the back are really going to help out all that much. I mean, he could target it down, well, and then he can also continue.
I'm also liking the hold position start-stop micro here a little bit. It's not just a moving human force fields, guys. I mean, it looks like a bit snowbally. We all know Protoss, but he's actually putting a lot of control into this, and it takes a lot to just do that hold. It doesn't seem like much, but there we go. Hold position once again. Doesn't want the sentries out of position. Doesn't want any unit baited into a fight it can't take, and it also keeps the Zealots in position to deal with the Zerglings. Now this is where it starts snowballing perhaps a little too hard. The Stalker count's outrageous. The Mothership Core is going to go down, but Solar's army is dwindling and fast, down to a small handful of Roaches at best, and he hasn't been able to kill any of these sentries.
Yeah. None of the sentries have gone down. None of the Stalkers, too. Really just the fodder that is Zealots. Solar. GG's.
I'm loving the badass roll out of bed, put it on your